Hey y'all, I'm your host, Aaron Smith of the Offshore Marine Service Association. Each Friday, I'll bring you the Offshore Briefing, a quick rundown of the week's notable developments, updates, and news you need to know in the offshore space. Whether you're on deck or at your desk, we're glad you're here. Welcome everyone to the Offshore Briefing by Maritime in America. As always, I am AMSA President and CEO Aaron Smith. I forgot my full title. And with me, as always, are Ashley Smith and Anshel Johnson. How are y'all doing?
Just dandy. I'm not all there today.
It's almost the end of it's the end of
It's
the
the
week.
longest short week ever.
I don't think it's been either of those. All right. So what are we talking about today? Who wants to go first?
Well,
here?
before I go to sleep, I want to talk about, and I don't have a voice, so I can't, unfortunately for everyone, I can't really talk today. But I want to talk about our DC events because on Monday, I will be sending the invitation to, let's say, 2,500.
Yeah. Go up.
Of our lovely friends in Washington, D.C. to come to our crawfish boil on May 12th. And we've got, let's see, just recently today, Baker Marine signed on to be a sponsor.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So all the sponsors are listed on our website. It's a growing number. We're getting more as it goes on. And we're also working on the agenda for our roundtable earlier that day. And it's really coming together. There'll be a lot of Jones Act discussions, some insider information. We're going to get that out next week, the agenda. So just to kind of put it on everyone's schedule.
Yeah,
Because
I don't want to release anything early,
until
but we got
have
some
it.
cool speakers coming there.
But I just want to put it on everyone's, I know everyone's going to be up in DC. Like, you can't hide. You're going to be there either for SCA, AWO, or for something.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to miss out on the boil because I'm not going to let you come without paying.
Yes.
I will hunt you down.
Yeah.
Like the dog you are.
No, we got,
Speaking of dogs, we can bring Baxter.
No, we cannot bring Baxter. It is going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it.
How do you think he'd do on a plane?
Horrible.
I think he would do it great on a plane. He doesn't bark. He just sits there. He would just sit. I'd have to buy him a seat, probably.
No, he would not just
He'd be a gentleman and buckle himself up.
No. How did this get onto? No, I am excited for the roundtable and for the crawfish boil.
May 12th.
Yep. Yeah.
And it'll be in Friday Fast Facts as a reminder, too.
Yes.
For the lucky AMSA members that get our Friday emails.
And again, Shipbuilders Council of America is in D.C. that week. American Waterways Operators are in town that week.
And I'm sure other people.
If you are looking to really have any sort of engagement with anyone in the U.S. maritime industry, come to this event because that is where you can be.
Or be square.
Yeah, it is a great use of and relatively compared to other things. And actually, I just looked at some other people's sponsorship dollars for it.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Again, I don't charge a lot because I want people to. I don't want them to walk away to be like, why didn't I just spend $4,000? Like, this is the whole point of this. This is what we do. We put you in front of people. We help situations. Like, that's what associations are there for. Associations aren't there to take your money and do whatever they want and go on trips and whatnot. We're here to help y'all.
Yes, exactly.
And we feed you.
And we do feed you.
Yeah.
And give you lots of alcohol.
No, it was a good event, and I'm sure if it's inclement weather again, I'm sure I will be amazed at how fast you are able to source a tent and
and every year it's a lessons learned. So I am gonna have to get 2 tents, put them a certain way. I've already got it.
Yeah. And your buddy at the bullpen who realized the tent was going to be put the wrong way
and called me.
Yeah.
His people saw it on their security camera. Thank God.
That was great. All right. Well,
it sucked.
Keeping in DC, I wanted to talk about the president's FY fiscal year 2027 budget came out. And first, I think it's important to remember the budget process because I was looking for it and I couldn't find it, but I think I remember at one point Ronald Reagan delivered his budget to Congress on a hospital bed gurney because he knew it was dead on arrival. And people at that
That's the
time
dumbest thing I've ever
could
heard.
laugh at well, at that time, people could laugh at jokes, and it wasn't all about press releases and
Yeah, but that
tweets
is
and
so dramatic. That is a f and I love Reagan, but that is dramatic.
it was a good joke. So you have the budget. Congress takes it and says, "Yeah, thanks," and then writes their own budget. Then from that budget comes the appropriation bills, and then from those appropriation bills. So we're like 4 steps from relevancy here, but it does give an insight into the administration's priorities, and there are some interesting priorities within the maritime space. Number 1, I was looking, and the military shipbuilding budget is set to be increased by 242% to 65.8 billion. That is building that is building a massive amount of ships, including 34 ships in total, 2 submarine tenders, 1 hospital ship, location of that TBD, 6 fleet oilers. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out colors and numbers here, both of which are tough for me. 1 offshore salvage vessel, 1 strategic sea lift vessel, purchasing a used sea lift vessel. It'd be interesting to see what sort of vessel that is, if it's
Yeah.
something, because I could see something from our fleet being repurposed for that. And it does specifically says used sea lift. 1 bulk fuel vessel, again, that could be something from ours. 6 fireboats, or 5 fireboats, John Conrad will be happy. 4 ship-to-shore connectors, 6 landing craft mediums, a frigate, a guided missile cruiser, a Columbia-class submarine, a Virginia-class submarine, 2 Virginia-class submarines, amphibious warship, special mission ship, and another kind of vessel here. So you are talking about a massive military sea lift budget. Now, it's the largest since 1962. So you're talking about a massive budget there. Also, in that is also the MARAD budget, which is also big. And in that, it includes part of the MAP project, which included a dedicated stream of funding for shipbuilding. And in this included, I believe it was 1.2 or 1.5 billion in a dedicated fund, 1.4 million, in the Maritime Security Trust Fund. But, really digging deep into the MARAD budget, it does propose the zeroing out of the cable security fleet. And as we've talked about, the cable security fleet was funded the last 2 years at $10 million a year. What that is that just gives a foreign vessel operator $10 million a year to keep 2 cable vessels just sitting at a dock somewhere, so that if we want them, we can have them. We have we have food at home. You know, we don't need to stop and get fast food. We have food at home. We have vessels that can do cable repair in the U.S. fleet. Let's not pay a foreign company $10 million to use their vessel. Let's just use our vessels for 0 taxpayer dollars. I mean, I'm sure some MOMSA members will take some federal dollars if you have them, but, we have money, or we have the vessels. We don't need to just pay a stipend to a foreign company for that. So I was glad to see that in the budget proposal. Some interesting stuff in there. Oh, that is what I noticed in the president's budget. Anyone have any other comments about that?
I didn't have a chance to, well, I looked at it, but it was a lot. So I haven't had
It's hard to read if you've never read a budget book.
I'll ask my
exactly.
bestie to help me.
It wa I
ChatGPT.
Yeah, so I haven't did a deep dive in it yet, but it's extensive.
It actually doesn't include all of the cross tabs and historical numbers that it usually does. Actually, people were commenting about how small it was, only 92 pages.
Well, I've never seen one, or I never looked at one before.
I love a good budget, though.
Yes. Angel, what do you have for us this week?
So if you don't know, the National Maritime Center, beginning last Wednesday, they are now delivering medical certificates that don't require a waiver. Those are going to be delivered via email now. So for the uh,
I mean, it's comical.
I'm sure all of us will be
for the speed, reliability, and accessibility.
sure. Sure.
They can just call NITEL and figure all that out.
Or
Mariners, so if they did not receive, if mariners, if you did not receive your medical certificate via email yet,
check your junk
um,
file.
yeah, check the status
Good
online
gosh.
tool
And if
to confirm. And then, so that was last week. Now, this week, they did issue guidance on the delivery and e-signing. So it does need to, your medical certificate does need to be e-signed. And they provided a list of apps to do that easily, legally, and securely.
I was just about to say, how many of these are Russian built? So, I think like while we're all appropriately laughing at the National Maritime Center here, um, I think I'm just envisioning. Well, first, let me just say, yes, kudos Coast
correct.
Guard for working to correct this problem.
I
Like,
agree.
should mariners have to carry around a
Yeah.
3-ring binder of here's my medical cert?
If Louisiana can get the Louisiana wallet working, how do you not get that? Like,
Yeah,
I didn't even realize I had a wildlife and fisheries cert or whatever, what are they?
License.
fishing
License
license. Yeah.
until it popped in my, and I was like, oh
Uh-huh.
shit, I did do that.
Yeah. No, and you're right. So yes, uh, applaud the innovation, applaud coming into both the congratulations getting to the 20th century.
Well, let me
L-
add
Yeah,
a
but do
compliment while we're
any
on it.
okay.
They also added a QR code, which I personally I like that because now to verify I can just take a picture. So to the point
Yeah.
of that we're in the new century now.
Yes. Yeah, I think QR code. That's 21st century. Congrats, we are there. But does anyone believe that this is going to be a reliable system? Like, I'm just envisioning, those cartoons like with the sign outside of the construction site that says like 0 days since an accident. Like, do they have like 0 days since ASAP crashed the last time? And now they're going to say, like, I mean, when your last update was
Yeah.
about how, hey, ASAP's finally working again.
I provide these updates for mariners to actually get the information, by the way, not for us to harp on the National Maritime Center.
It's just that one leads to the other. Well, good. I again am glad to see that, and I hope it becomes a useful tool, or I hope it is a useful tool. I'm sure it will be. So,
Yes.
all right.
So everyone's favorite part of the podcast now. That's a hyperbole. Um,
No, it's been very well received. I've gotten comments about it. Yes.
oh, awesome. Well, so this new game, I was trying to think of a good name for it. And I don't know if anyone remembers. I kind of grew up in this era. So there was this show on MTV called High School Stories, Scandals, Pranks, and Controversies.
I mean, I'm basically your age and I've never heard of it. And I think I've watched every ounce of TV.
It was really good.
It didn't
But
exist.
You reach the end of TV.
Mhm.
so the name is kind of a playoff on that. So AMSA, facts, history, and open-ended answers.
All right. I
So
like it already.
just to ease our way in, first question. Of the people in this room, who was the first AMSA employee?
Duh, me.
Yes.
Just easing y'all in. Okay.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Ashley's worked here since 2012.
Yeah.
I've worked for AMSA officially since 2015.
Yeah. Oh
So,
my God, I need to quit. It's been too long.
I've joined in 2024.
yes.
So in what year was Offshore Marine Service Associated founded?
Well, in 2023 was our 50th year.
Yep. So it
So
was officially incorporated in 1973. It was We have records.
Because it took us a year to figure it out.
We have AMSA records back to the 60s, and then there was GOMSA.
Yeah.
Even
And then
back
there
to
was
the
TOMSA.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But you had to be there to understand what all that meant. So if you weren't there, then you don't get it.
Oh yeah, that was longest speech ever.
Now, in doing these questions, I do, it actually provides a benefit for me because I learn a bunch of stuff when I'm researching. And I didn't know that part before before it was actually established. Anyway, next question. Besides advocacy, name one other service AMSA provides to its members.
I mean, what services don't we provide? Comical services. Sometimes people just call me and talk about, like, I feel like I'm an emotional support animal or something. So we provide emotional support.
No, I would say
Networking.
the regulatory analysis is that is different than advocacy in my mind, because you're providing information on what
it's
the
regulatory
regulation
assistance
is.
as well.
Yeah, because it's hard to do
Yeah.
both of those at the same time, because people want to say, oh, well, here is what the regulation says, and what we want to say is, well, no, here's what the regulation should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say those.
And safety guidance.
And safety. I put that under regulatory.
Yeah.
All right.
What is emotional support? Sometimes I'm the therapist.
Next one. This one's a truth or false. AMSA
Truth or
represents.
dare would be fine.
Well,
Okay.
we just here. Okay, AMSA only represents companies that operate offshore oil and gas
False.
vessels.
False.
We are equal opportunity members.
Yeah. Well, I'd say, first of all,
Equal Opportunity
Yes.
Association, EOA.
I know we have a lot of people think that only vessel owners and operators are
No,
AMSA
heck
members,
no.
and more than half of our membership.
And they're everything, suppliers to insurance to we've got wealth management, we've got
Catering
companies. Yeah. And then
some of the largest shipyards in
and then we've
America.
got shipyards,
Yeah.
and then we've also, even on the owner operator side, we've got small tube tug companies. We've got some offshore tugs. We've got that mainly operate inland. We've got everyone. We've got East Coast, West Coast.
Mhm. Actually, so here's one. I'm going to hijack your game here. What is the average fleet size of an AMSA vessel operating member?
It's like 12 or something. No, 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
People
knew.
think of us as
Yeah.
representing these big companies, but the average fleet size is 6.
Yeah.
All right, next question. This is the last one. This is the expert question.
I'm going to win.
So we talked about AMSA being established
Mhm.
in 1973. Which major U.S. offshore energy development period coincided with this founding?
I don't know, because I wasn't even a sparkle in my mom's eye at that time.
Ditto.
You weren't a sparkle, and you weren't a sparkle in your grandmother's eye at that time. Oh, Aaron's old. What do you know, Aaron?
So offshore development started happening in the early 50s, so it's not that. Oxla was written in the 60s, so it couldn't be that. It was the major amendment the major amendment happened in 76, so it wasn't that. So I don't know.
Okay, so again, I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can, but in layman's terms, there was the 1973 oil crisis, which highlighted the importance of oil in the global economy, and the U.S. Or the government encouraged domestic production to reduce the reliance of foreign oil, resulting in a surge of drilling activity. So it was already happening, but there was like a surge due to the rise in oil demand, technology, because it started on, a hill, which that may be in the future because I learned about this hill thing. But then they moved to the waters, and then they just got deeper into the waters. So, due to the rise in oil demand and the technology at the time, there was a need for U.S. vessels, and that's when AMSA came in because that's what we do.
Excellent. Good. Good. I
Golf
like
clap.
appropriate for this weekend.
Did
Yes.
you like that one better, Ashley?
I did. It's easier because I knew all the answers.
All right. Well, this is good. If you're liking our podcast here, I don't think we ever say this, and we should. Make sure you do, I guess, what the kids say, all the things.
Well, we said at the end.
Do we? Is it in the tag? I
Mm.
actually recorded the tag, so I don't remember what the tag was.
I don't remember even recording a tag.
Well, it's someone that sounds exactly like you then.
Not right now, because right now it sounds terrible.
Like,
Well-
follow, share, leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
This
Yeah.
is, I think I lost my voice even more from screaming at Campbell yesterday. Literally.
She
Maybe
probably
that's-
she
She deserved it, but I lost my shizat on her.
Oh, I'm sure she deserved it. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening, and appreciate everyone, and hope everyone has a good weekend. Be safe.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
That wraps up another episode of Maritime in America. We're proud to highlight the voices and stories that keep the American offshore industry strong. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and remember, the course ahead is shaped by those who step up and steer it. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Tune in every Friday for your offshore briefing, and don't miss our next full episode, dropping soon with a very special guest, Mariner's Perspective. Catch you next time.